There is no I in team. Okay. Good morning, guys, and welcome to your practice. Thank you so much for being here. And I say it every time, but I deeply mean it. It's an honor to guide your practice. And I hope that this practice offers you what it is that you need today. And just kind of feel in for a moment. And see what unfolds. Okay. Oh, beautiful, guys. So this is exciting. Just as I say that, and I see, some of you who have been at work full time, and now you are no longer doing that, and now you are here in the middle of the week. How awesome is that? Okay. Well, let's just honor what is. We'll just take a nice big breath in as you are, and sigh it out. Okay, sit in a way that is comfortable so we can center. I'm going to start just by turning my palms up and start with these open hands. And then just feeling into, this, as you inhale, there's that lengthening. And as you exhale, we'll just kind of exaggerate those movements for a few breaths. You can close your eyes and just feel in to this. Let's do a few more rounds, just connecting to the inhale, lengthening tall, and exhale and softening. And let's do maybe two more. And then as you release that second exhale, and just settle into maybe in between these two places. So there's a lengthening, and there is a bit of a softening, and then there's a settling. And in the settling, to be in the stillness. So maybe you were rushing around before you arrived here, and now just feel yourself being very still. With your open palms, feel yourself receptive. And then just before we move on from here, give a little scan. Notice any tension you're holding in the jaw, shoulders, say even the back of your head maybe. And stay as you are as you inhale. And as you exhale with reverence, bring your hands together in front of your heart, bow your chin. Welcome yourself to your practice. As you inhale, lengthen tall once again, and exhale this breath. Beauty. And we will chant Om together 3 times and open this class. So inhale. Bowing your chin, release your hands to your thighs, lift your chin, and open your eyes. Okay. All right, well, let's start on your backs, and feel free to put in whatever you need. If you want something to lie on, something for your head, that is just fine. And if you need a downward dog before you come and lie down, just to give yourself a little stretch, then offer that to yourself. Take your time. And I just want to say happy birthday, Sarah, because you're here, and yay for Facebook. Yay. Okay. Take your time, and then once you get down, we'll just take a few breaths. Yes, I see downward dogs happening. Beautiful. And if you're not in downward dog and you're on your back and you just want to lift your legs and your arms in the air and just kind of resist gravity a little bit, that's fine. If you're in downward dog, make any movements. that would feel good. Feel your breath. Good. And if you want to take child's pose, you could do that. If you're on your back, just hug your knees in. Yeah, oh, so sweet. Yes, good. Okay, I'll just give it a few more moments and then I'll just assume we're all here. And good. And then once you arrive on your back, I'm just going to set the feet on the floor. You can stretch your legs out if you prefer. Let's take the hands and just rest them on your abdomen somewhere here once you get here. And just imagine maybe you're lying on a beach or in the grass with the sun above you, and just allow yourself to really settle here. Just melt into that soft, warm sand or even your floor. Good. Okay, take one more full breath in as you are. Full breath out. Okay, I'm just going to take a full stretch. I'll stretch the arms over the head, and if you know, my wall is here, so I'm just going to use the wall. And then stretch your legs out, flex your feet, just give yourself a nice full stretch. Maybe there's some hip walking, so one leg extends a little more than the other, and maybe the arms are kind of in there too, you know, just stretch yourself. Whatever feels good, open. And stay with the stretch as you inhale. And on the exhale, let's bring the left knee into the chest. Interlace the fingers and just hug it in and out a few times. I'm going to keep that right leg extended. If you need to bend it or extend it. Yogi's choice. Okay, as I'm bringing this left knee in and out, I'm going to sink it to the breath. And I'm not going to tell you what that is. You find that for yourself. And just feel that this motion is part of the two parts of your breath, the inhale and the exhale. Let's do one more. Draw it in. And as you release it, take your arms back over your head, both legs stretched out straight. And just take a moment, full body stretch. Good. And as you inhale, lengthen in two directions. And exhale, right knee comes in, change the interlace. And just be here with your breath. A few rounds. If you want to close your eyes, you can absolutely do that. Bring your awareness deep inside. Just honoring, you know, this simple little place of connection between breath and simple movement. And I just say it like I always do when I say simple, I don't mean easy. And one more full inhale and exhale. And then again, we'll just release. Extend yourself two directions. Stretch. Good. Okay. So as you inhale, stretch yourself in two directions. As you exhale, press your back, your ribs into the floor. Hold that there as you inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to bring both knees into the chest. And maybe they come in at the same time or not, it's fine. And then just rock the knees in and out. Give your hands permission to move. So you feel, you bring the knees in, maybe you flex your feet. And as you send them out, you're just kind of holding the kneecaps and maybe you point the feet. So again, you're moving with your breath. And as you draw the knees in and out, you know, the low back is, or the sacrum, whatever, the lower parts of you are playing in the lower cat-cow. Oh, I forgot to move my feet. We're doing a lot of things, a lot to think about. So flex and point your feet. Let's take one more. And this time we're going to rest with the knees into the chest. So you just hug them in. Maybe you'll interlace your fingers. If you can snuggle them in a lot, maybe you grab opposite elbows or the forearms. I'm just going to tuck the chin, flex the feet, wherever you are, however you're holding here. We're looking for a little bit of tightness, but I want to also soften around that. So let the shoulders drop, jaw drop. In the pelvic floor, if you're gripping, maybe you can soften a little bit there. I'm going to smile, even though this is, it is a constricted place to be. Take 2 more breaths, like this is just the best. Good. Okay, and then we'll float out. So the arms over the head, the legs extend, the feet touch first, and then you slide them out. That's fine, whatever works. Just take a few breaths, just lay here. You don't have to extend or anything like that unless you want to. Just lay and let the body slowly come back. Good. Take 1 more breath. All right, I'm going to bring the arms out to the side. I'm just going to take this out from behind my head, but you might still need it. We're going to just move into simple twist. So do what feels okay. I'm going to bring both knees into the chest again, and we'll do it together. So feel your heels on the floor. Inhale. As you exhale, press your abdomen, your back into the earth so you are stabilizing. And then inhale, and as you exhale, bring the knees in. And you don't have to hold them this time. Just take them in, adjust yourself, flex your feet. I'm going to start to just rock the knees side to side. And it could just be like 3 inches side to side. You don't have to go that far. I'm just kind of do this a few times, and then we'll let the knees drop over to the right. Your head can turn to the left. Maybe the right hand holds on to the left thigh or the left knee. And just drop into your breath. Let the twist unfold very gently. Okay, so nothing to do here. I'm just going to take the head and I just lift it up and move the back of the head more towards the right side, just as a way of finding a little bit of extra neck. So it's not necessary, but you might like it. Okay, so just take a few more breaths here. Release what you can. Melt into the shape so the breath can do its work. One more full breath. In and out. And then we'll release the right hand back out. Come onto your back. I'm going to just wave again the knees a little bit. And I'm not going that far, friends. Like I'm not even just rolling from one back hip to the other, really. And let's do 1 more side to side and then release the knees over to the left side this time. Good. And the left hand maybe holds the thigh and turn your head. Just take a few moments here. And then once again, all I'm going to do is just lift the head and kind of take it back. Good. Good. Take a nice big breath in. Breathe it out. Make your way back onto your back. Good. Okay. I'm just going to take the right hand and hold on to the right knee. Set the left foot on the floor. Yes. And then just bring this knee in. I'm going to take this leg to half happy baby. So, half happy baby could just be holding that knee and taking it out, or you bring your hand up, hold the outside of your foot. And then the left foot on the floor might walk out. You're going to be open to moving that foot if you need to. I'm just going to start to rock side to side. And as I rock over to the right side, I'm going to let the right knee come down, let the left hip lift. And then as you take it over, maybe the foot turns, so it is this. this movement here. The left hand wants to turn down, to face down, the palm, you can do that or wherever it's going to go. Okay, now we have this motion. I'm going to add a little bit of a straighter leg. I'm not saying it's going straight. It's just straightening that right leg out and over, if that feels like someplace you'd like to go. Good. Okay. So the next time you roll over to the right side, let's hang out there. So the knee can come down to the floor, possibly, let the left hip lift, left knee, whatever it wants to do. I'm going to take the right hand to the inside of this right heel, and I'm just going to stretch the leg out. Whoops, there's a puppy there. And, let the left knee wants to fall in, just be here. And then I'm going to add a little bit of extra. The left foot, whatever part of it is touching the floor, I'm just going to anchor it in, and that's going to lift the hip a little more. Maybe I can stretch the right leg a little more or not. One more breath. And then we'll come back onto the back, and we're going to go to thread the needle. I'm going to let the right ankle cross over this left knee. Readjust yourself on your mat if you need to. Okay, take your hands, rest them on your abdomen. Take a full breath in and out. Okay, so we're going to lift the package up, but let's do it the same way we were moving before. So stay as you are as you inhale. And as you exhale, ground into the floor with maybe the mid-back, the mid-belly. And you might feel your tail lift. Let that be the invitation. And then bring that left thigh in. Hands can interlace behind the left thigh or on top of the left shin. Okay, now I'm just going to let this tailbone settle to the floor. And that's where things might get a little crunchy. Okay, so here in this thread the needle, there's lots of ways to work. We can bring it in really tight, and that's going to give you a nice stretch on the outer right thigh. I'm going to pause and say, if you need something underneath your head, I hope you're taking care of yourself. Put it in. Okay. The other way to work is the hands behind the thigh, and we press the left thigh away. And so as you're pressing away, you might flex your feet, press even the right knee away. So let's take 3 breaths in this pushing away place. So if you're not there, find it. And so you're adding a little bit of resistance, left thigh pushing into the hands. And then we'll go the opposite way. You'll bring it in. Maybe your hands will go on top of the left shin here, maybe not. Okay, I'm going to let the tailbone lift a little bit here as I bring this in. Drop your shoulders. Tuck your chin, breathe. Yes. Okay, melt what you can into this shape. Good. Okay, release the hands, bring them back. If they're not behind the thigh, bring them back behind the thigh. Press the thigh away, and I'm going to straighten this left leg. It doesn't need to go straight. It might, but it might not. I'm going to flex the foot, just open it. Whatever you are doing here, just be in this shape for a moment. Okay, I'm going to keep the shape of the legs, release the hands, just take them, reach up. Okay, now stay here. I'm not grabbing the back of the shin. I'm just reaching my arms up. I'm going to inhale. As you exhale, press the belly, mid-belly down, back down. Start to lift your head up off the floor. And maybe it's just the head. And we stay here. If you can grab behind the shin, groovy. We get to do this. You get to pull it in. And it's fine. So you decide, if you're here, this is good work. You're doing the work. Be wherever you are here. I'm going to tuck this right foot into my left upper arm. No, you can't see it maybe. One more breath. Okay, come back to that first place. If you're holding your head and your arms up and you've been doing it the whole time, you're feeling it in your abdominals. Otherwise, be here. Maybe come up a little bit more. Flex your foot, reach. And then exhale. I'm going to bring the palms together. I'm going to lower down, bring the hands in front of the heart with great reverence. Set the left foot on the floor. Be here. And I'm going to interlace the fingers, extend the palms up over your head as you release right foot, right leg all the way out on the floor, left leg all the way out on the floor, and then stretch. So big. Push the palms away, let the shoulders kind of travel up, extend through the heels, and now take that mid back, the tops of the ribs, everything, press down into the floor with that. Breathe here. Good. Inhale. As you exhale, I'm going to bring the hands back into prayer position at the heart, just for reverence. Okay, I'm going to bend the knees and place the feet on the floor. I'm going to try and do that at the exact same time. So I'll anchor into the floor with the back, with the upper, everything there. And then see if you can bring the knees in, feet to the floor, arms out to the side. Let's just take a moment here to do nothing. Yes. Okay. Inhale, my friend, as you are. As you exhale, anchor into the floor. So I'm going to call it, you're dropping anchor. And it's really from the solar plexus, between the navel and where the ribs join is that spot. That's where you're pushing down. Okay, keep the right knee where it is and bring the right foot where it is. Bring the left leg into your version of happy baby. You could just be holding the knee or holding the foot. Okay, now give your right foot place to be free. And we'll just start, I'll take the right arm out to the side, and I'm just going to start with this gentle rocking. So you're just kind of exploring this. You don't have to straighten the leg. If you want to, you can. Yes. Okay. That's it. I'm going to use that right foot on the floor as I come over to the left side. I'm just pushing whatever part of the right foot is touching the floor into the floor as a way of, just getting that right hip to move. Yes. Okay, good. All right, the next time you rock over to the left side and the knee comes down, let's just hang out there. Let the right do what it wants. I'm going to take the hand to the inside of the heel, and I'm just going to offer it just to explore. What happens if I straighten the leg? Maybe it's too soon. I'm going to take a breath. And then we'll go the opposite side. So you just pick it up, take it over. Maybe you stretch. Okay, I'm just going to go back and forth one more time on each side. And again, I'll just hang out for like a breath or two, or 10, whatever feels good. Sometimes you get to a place where you feel something unlocking and you're like, oh, I just need a few more moments. So I always encourage you to take that. Okay, I'm just going to come onto the back and set that left ankle at the right knee. Adjust yourself here, whatever you need, find it, something under your head. Especially when we bring this in, that's when the neck will kind of find a way not to be happy. So, be there. Rest your hands on your abdomen. Just take a few moments here. Good. Okay. And then we'll go to thread the needle. Let's do it. Drop your anchor first. So inhale. As you exhale, press down. And then see if that's, maybe the leg floats in a little bit. Opposite, interlace your fingers behind the thigh. Flex your feet. And then just play a little bit with this, these two places where you hug it in. I would just call it rocking forward and back a few times. Good. Okay. And then let's start by resting into the, tighter place. Bring this thigh in. If your hands want to go on top of your right shin, just keep that same opposite interlace. So you bring it in, you drop your shoulders. It's not a drop anchor, really. I mean, you could, explore that, but it's more about releasing anything that's holding you or protecting you from really feeling what's happening here. So over time, you might, start to soften the glutes a little bit more as a way of, I'm going to use the word dropping anchor down there. One more breath. And then we're going to go to the opposite place. So I'll take the hands behind the thigh, press the thigh away to wherever it's going to go. Flex your feet, and then I am going to add a little anchor dropping. Good. Breathe here. Okay. Just kind of find your neutral place here, and we'll release the hands. I'm going to straighten the right leg and just reach the arms up. So you're here. Now drop so you inhale, as you exhale, drop anchor right in the center there so the head can lift. And you might just stay here, be all fine with that. Or, opposite interlace, draw it in, flex your feet, be wherever you need to. Explore, explore, explore. Again, I'm putting the sole of the left foot is on the inside of the upper arm. One more breath. And then we're going to go back to that first place. So release the legs, stretch your arms, lift your head. Maybe you can come up a little higher. Drop anchor, drop anchor. And then exhale, hands together into prayer. Release. I'm going to stretch the legs out one at a time. And then opposite, interlace the fingers, lift the palms right up over your head. Stretch yourself. Good. Okay, well, we're going to come up to sitting. And I'm going to do that by through thread the needle and rock and roll. If that doesn't work, it's fine. But if you want to play, we'll bend the knees. I'm going to start with the right ankle over the left. Bring it in. So just revisit. Yeah, so be here or wherever. I'm going to straighten the leg. I'm going to take the arms over top and rock and roll here. And this is, crunchy, so you don't have to, you can roll on wherever you like. Let's see if maybe you can come up. I'm just going to bring it back and do it one more time just for fun. Good. Okay, now once you come up, I'm just going to slide back, but you're here supposedly. And if that doesn't work, yeah, take your time. Once you're up, I'm just going to keep this right foot crossed over. Take the hands behind your back. Okay, so we're going to move into some forward folds and some twists. It's the shape of the shape. So before we do that, take a moment. If you need to sit on something or you have your bolster, you have a ton of blankets. If you need to prop up, even, to show, I'm putting a blanket between the, you just be curious with your props. Put them in wherever you need to support yourself. This actually feels really nice, so I'm just going to leave it. Good. Okay, and then you flex your feet. So this can be very intense. So if you need to maybe, I don't know, come out a little bit or just go to, that's fine. Otherwise we're here. Okay, so I'm going to keep, so this is the left leg's on the bottom. So my right hand stays on the floor and I'm just going to take the left arm up. And this is it. I'm just going to reach up. There's some anchoring happening. We're going to side bend a little bit here. Just pause for a moment. See if you can, you find the length and then even find anchor here a little bit. And by finding the anchor, you might even feel yourself softening. Okay, right hand on the floor, reach the left arm up, and then just crescent over to the right, to whatever place you feel that stretch. You look up, you look down. And take one more nice big breath in. Good. And then release. And through the softness, hands on either side, just start by closing your eyes, dropping your chin. That might be enough. Or walk your hands forward and you just really pay attention to how, we're just going as deep as you need to stretch underneath this left leg. So I'm just going to drop the head as much as I can, drop the jaw, drop anchor. And by this time, anchor, I mean just releasing, the back of the left hip, the left sitting bone, the left thigh. Breathe into this, whatever you're experiencing. Good. Okay, we'll release. So you just walk the hands back, come up. Yeah. And take the left hand out to the side, and the right hand is going to grab hold of that inner ankle. I'm gonna take it out. So as I go slow here, if your left leg needs to come in, this is the pose or this is the pose, you find it. It could be bent. It could be this, thing you did already. So you just be kind. The left arm doesn't need to lift. It can. Then you lift yourself, you give glory, and we're just gonna change sides. So we're just gonna switch the leg, switch the hands. Take it over, and then the right hand can come to the floor, out to the side. Turn, breathe. The leg can stay bent. I'm gonna take one more, and then switch your hands. With great intention, watch your hands. Find this opening. Good. And then switch. And we'll open to this twisty version. Good. Okay, so friends, from here, I'm just gonna go very slow. Bend your left leg, put the right, like here we are, right? Just come into this. I'm just gonna turn. Okay, then you walk your hands back or your feet back, whatever space you need. I can come in nice and close. So I'm actually gonna turn my hands, open the shoulders, lift the chest, and this is, the seated version of thread the needle. Rock your package of your legs side to side. So whatever space you're in here, just so you feel that stretch, but you are also in your joy. Good. Okay. And we're going to come back down. We'll just come to settle here. So I'm just going to walk myself forward so I have room. Okay. Hands wherever. Find it. Push. Yes. Find your way. Make your way onto your back. And then once you're there, just going to hug both knees in. Good. Okay, I'm going to take the arms to the floor. Keep the knees where they are. We're going to come back to that side-to-side motion of the knees. That little baby, twisty kind of thing. I'm going to turn my palms up. I'm attempting to drop anchor even as I do this. And then you make it as big as you want. If you almost want to touch the floor. If you're like, oh, what's the next challenge here? Well, that would be doing it with straight legs. That's a whole other thing. So, whichever one. Let's do a few more side to side. Deep abdominal work. Nice. Okay, and then come back into center. Hug the knees. Let's take a rest with the feet on the floor, hands on your abdomen. Knees can come together. Just take 3 breaths, do nothing. Integrate. Nice. Okay, so second side, always easier, right? So we'll start by just crossing the left ankle over the right knee this time. And I'll bring that in, however you want to hold it as you rock and roll. And if, it doesn't work, doesn't work. So just find it for yourself a few times. And then as you come up, then again, we're just going to hang out in the sitting part. So you can take some time and find what props would feel good here. That feels actually quite nice, just a little support. And we'll just take a moment to just sit. So as you're sitting, we're not even, obviously. I want to feel like my sit bones are still evenly settled. So just feel your breath. Remember at the very beginning of class, before we even owned, we lengthened and we dropped. And sometimes that's a nice entryway to kind of feel and then find the mid place, so take your time. Okay, so I'll give you one more moment here, and then we'll move into just stretching the right arm up. So the left hand will stay on the floor and the right arm comes up. And even though it feels like this is the transition, this is the pose right now. It's just lifting up, feeling what's happening through the right side. If your legs need to shift, anything you're holding, I'm doing that, letting the movement with the breath be felt. And we'll take a nice big breath in, you'll lengthen, and exhale, just take it over, walk your left hand, support this, whatever it is, and look up, look down, just opening this right side. Good. One more breath. And then as you exhale, you might even start to close your eyes or just drop your gaze. Both hands come down, chin starts to drop, and then you'll just walk yourself forward into whatever and wherever you need to be here. So you can receive this opening underneath the right leg. Okay. And so once you're in it, then just scan and notice, where am I gripping? And I'll say it, I know you've heard me say it many times, but you sometimes need to protect whatever it is you're protecting with the gripping. Sometimes you need it. And sometimes it's just habit. So can we drop in and release? Good. Okay, let's just do a few more breaths. So soften. And then slowly walk yourself up. And just be very quiet. Okay, this time we'll take the right hand out. The left hand's gonna find this heel. And very slowly, it goes so slow. So if you stop wherever you are. I'm pressing that heel into the hand. And if you need to bend in the right leg, do that. So, and the right hand doesn't have to lift. I'll say it every time. I'll give it to you all. You just find your place here where you feel the magic. Nice. And then lovingly switch. So you take the hand over and we open, or the hand can be on the floor. Good. Okay. And then we'll switch. Watch your hands move like, oh, it's the most graceful, beautiful thing. Again, I'm going to use the word simple. It's a simple thing, but there's a lot happening here. We're in the twist, the stretch. Good. Okay. And then last time, we're just going to open. And we're going to come back. We're just seated, so you can bend your right leg, left ankle, and then find your place here. Whatever it is, you find your place. Take a moment or two. Make it really crunchy or really long. Let's feel. Good. Okay, I'm just going to walk myself forward in this so I can come back. Okay, however you want to do that, you can hold on, take it back. It's like that dropping anchor, come down. Good. And then release. You can let the feet rest or the arms out to the side, or extend your legs, whatever you want to do. Just feel the support of the floor or the sand underneath you. If we imagine we're on a beautiful beach. Take a breath in and a breath out. Okay. If your legs are bent, straighten them and separate them apart. We'll take the arms a little bit above shoulder height, backs of the hands on the floor. And then just start to move your toes in towards each other and out. Let's just do that a few times just to rotate this entire leg. Good. Okay, and then you'll bring the feet so the center of the heel's on the floor. And the toes are up, pointing up. That could be work already. And just be there for a breath. Okay, I'm going to turn the left palm down. The right arm is coming up towards the sky, just reaching up. Okay, I'm going to lift the right arm up. Just lift it up and feel where the anchor drops. And then just let the arm come back. Like you're doing this, 2 places, lifting and dropping. As you lift the arm up, maybe feel, you start to drop in. When I reach the arm up, I'm dropping anchor. I'm going to lift just the head. Now I'm going to come all the way up and I'm going to reach for my left foot. You might just be like, just a little bit. Maybe you come all the way up. You can use the left hand. Reach for your foot. If you don't come up all the way, it's fine, because guess what comes up is going back down. And I'm going to take the left hand off just for challenge. I'm still facing the left, and then come down and just come back to rest. Let your feet rest. Full breath in and out. And we'll do that again, nice and slow. So turn the right palm to face down and just reach the left arm up. Oh, I forgot to, and bring the feet into their flexion, anchor your heels. Just reach the left arm up and bring it back down. Just do that a few times. Feel as you reach, you know, you're dropping anchor, your head wants to lift. Okay, this time reach the arm up, lift the head. Be here. Maybe this is it. Or maybe you reach, you see what happens. Come up, reach for your right foot. Okay, and then I'm going to come back down. I'm going to face the right. I'm going to take my right hand off. Just dropping so slowly. Then come back to your sit. And then we'll just do that a few times. So take a full breath in and out. And I'm just going to go back and forth, you know, in my own time. Maybe we'll do 2 rounds. So right, left, or left, right, left, right. Just that's what we're going to do. Okay. Left hand down, right arm lifts. Reach it up. Start to come up. Wherever you go, you either hover there or come all the way up. And then what comes up goes down. And maybe just face to the side. See what happens. And I'm going to go straight to the opposite side. So now I'm not, you know, lifting my hands up off the floor. I'm not really using the arms. I'm going to use my abdominals, my head, my anchor, the heels. And so I'll say, you know, if you only get halfway up, that is good work. And just be like, okay, that's good. All right, so I've finished. I'm coming all the way down. I'm going to bring the palms together. A prayer in front of the heart. Let your feet flop. Interlace the fingers. Flip your arms over your head. Give yourself a nice big stretch. I'm just adding the feet. Going to add some hip walking. Now we're going to come up into center now. So reach both arms up. And do a little reach and lower. Just floss your shoulders a couple times here. But feel as you reach up, you know, your body's starting to get ready. Good, okay, we're coming up. So I'm going to reach up, lift the head, anchor, come up. Maybe you just come up a little bit. That's such good work. You know, maybe you go really slow. Maybe you're like, oh, I'm up already. Well, let's go down and just go slow. If you need to put your hands on the floor to help you, do it. Okay, and I'm coming back up. This time when we come up, I'm going to stay there. So take your time, take your time, take your time. Once you get up, I'm just going to take the hands behind and bend the knees. So we're kind of in this where we were. Take your time. Because from here, just a windshield wiper. I'm going to open the shoulders, rock the knees. You take your time. Whenever you get here, we'll just do this. Good. Okay. I'm going to assume we're all here. Windshield wiper. I'm going to rock both knees over to the left. Turn your left hand. Reach the right arm. Okay, now here's yogi's choice. You stay here and just breathe, or you walk the left hand and lift, open. Maybe the right arm comes over. Good. Okay, I'm going to take the hips down, lift the right arm up, and circle it around to reach to the left. We're coming for twist. So I'll just reach over. Put your left hand where you need, like you're reaching for something. Good. Okay, take your anchor in. Like feel like you're dropping anchor here. And does that give you room to twist a little more? All right, forearms to the floor, palms together, shoulders back. And I'm just going to split the legs. So the top leg is my right leg. It's going to go straight back with the toes tucked under, heel pointing up. And the left leg's going to just shoot out to the side. And then maybe the forearms can walk a little bit more behind you. Just find more twist. Right shoulder presses forward, left shoulder back. And then not forget about this back heel. Good. Okay, if you've extended your left foot, anchor the baby toe edge. Good. One more breath. And then release. I'm just going to come up to sit in wide-legged. So it's a natural sit-up. Here you are. Sit on your blanket if you need to. You know, rest with your hands behind your back. And breathe here. Okay, I'm just going to move the feet like we did when we were lying down. Good. Okay. Find this lift. And if you need to do this, you know, to find your center point, do that. Okay. And then the middle of the heels are anchored. Okay, if your back feels okay, I'm actually lifting the low back up and dropping anchor. So I'm just bringing everything into the center here. I'm going to reach my arms up into the air because I can do that without taking it into the back. If you feel back pain, find the anchor. You can even bend your knees. One more breath. And then we're just going to come forward into your version of forward fold. So that could be hands and just the head dropping. Okay, once you're in, I love to rock a little bit here. So be wherever you want to be. Close your eyes. Okay. And just release what you can. Be with your breath in a way that feels nourishing. You can still smile, so you don't have to go that deep to find that. Okay, settle in. Melt what you can. So hopefully you're feeling a little bit of stretching through the legs and a softening through the back of your heart. Good. Take one more breath. And then we'll keep that softness that we've cultivated here as you come up. Just use your hands to walk you up. Come back to just sitting. And if you want to keep your eyes closed for a moment or two and then let them gently open. Good. Okay, so we're going to go second side. So that's the knees are going to go over to the right side. So I'm just going to bring the hands to the heart and just find it here. So you can also just and then drop them down. Yes. Okay. I forget how we started. What did we do after this? What did we do? I don't know. Oh, we came up. That's what we did. Okay, so I'm just going to take the hand down and then just come up onto your knees and open, or stay down. That's fine. Good. Breathe. Nice. Okay, and then we'll set the hips down, and I'm just going to keep this left arm turn to face the right and just reach. Adjust your legs however you need to. There we go. Okay. One more breath. I'm going to take the anchor in and then lower the forearms to the floor. Good. And then I'm going to extend the legs. So the left leg's going straight back and the right leg's coming out. And then I'll walk the forearms over behind me more. Okay, I'm going to add the shoulder work. So I take the anchor in, and then the left shoulder can just stretch forward a little bit, right shoulder back. And then don't forget about the legs and the feet. And one more breath. Nice, and then we'll release. And again, I'm just going to come to the wide-legged. So find your place and be here. Okay. Let's take 2 breaths. Once you're here. Okay, now I'm going to bring the feet into Baddha Konasana, and I'm going to take my hands off the floor and just whoop, and bring them in wherever they go. Give yourself a little foot love and inner leg love. It's the place we don't often get to. You get very tight. And then we'll take one more forward fold. Actually, before we fold, let's just sit. And you put your hands on the floor if you need to. Maybe you can grab the tops of your ankles. I'll take the thumbs in too, and then just lift. So even the feet, right away, my toes are opening. The feet are anchoring and pushing forward, and I'm pulling the shins in. Take the shoulders back. Take the anchor back of the head back. All that stuff, if that works for you, great. One more breath. Okay, I'm going to keep all of that and lift my arms. So again, if that works for you, do it. If not, keep your hands on the floor or on your legs. One more full breath. And then lower yourself into your version of forward fold. If you want to hold your ankles and put your forearms there, that's one way to do it. You could even take your hands to your thighs. Sometimes that feels really nice, just to drop anchor in the legs in a nice way. Or hands to the floor and just melt. And if you want to sway, know that that is always available in these forward folds. And take maybe one or two more breaths here. And then keep all that softness as you bring yourself back up. And as you come up, we're just going to sit for one moment. And I'm actually going to cross this right knee over the left knee. You've kind of done a little bit of that, but you could just go cross-legged. So whichever one. Maybe the feet walk out. Maybe they come in. Maybe you need to sit on something and just kind of be here for a moment or two. And I'm lengthening tall even as I drop anchor. Good. Okay, one more breath. If you want to fold forward here, I wasn't going to do that, but now I'm like, oh, maybe we should. So maybe 3 more breaths, either sitting or forward folding. Good. And then release. I'm going to change the legs. Again, I'm not going to use my hands, but you could. Maybe it's a ta-da! And then back. If you say ta-da, it makes it work better. Okay. And then rest, prop, change, maybe just cross-legged. It's all fine. You can close your eyes. My feet are anchoring. I'm dropping anchor through the center of your body. Head back if that works. You know, all these, when we move the body, you know, we find new places. Okay, so stay here or move into your forward fold if you like to explore that. Nice, beautiful breathing. Okay, and then we'll come up and I'll bring the hands together. I'm just gonna do one more ta-da. Ta-da. And then just bring the legs in. Yes, okay. All right, so we're gonna move into Shavasana, friends. And you know, I always say it's a magic time because if there's anything you need, you're gonna offer it for yourself. I'm gonna take Shavasana 2, that's with the bolster, and I'm also gonna be in Baddha Konasana, so I will support the knees here with blankets. And we can stretch the legs out halfway through. If that's interesting to you, if you have something else that you prefer, then you know that's all fine and lovely. Oh, bye, Liz. Thank you. Don't take Shavasana later. Okay, good. I'll make it nice, and then you have an eye covering. That really does take you in really quick, so it's a nice thing to add. Okay, so I'm going to start with Baddha Konasana. I'm going to be there for a few. Then I'll let you know when I stretch my legs out, and that's, you don't have to, but you can. Okay, settle into your comfortable space to just relax and breathe, and to be in your quiet. Just like we started class, you know, just sitting in your silence. Invite that in here. Embrace it. Staying as you are, or straightening your legs if you'd like to do that for the last few moments. If you were in class yesterday, maybe even bringing in that work of following the exhale and resting in the pause for a moment or two before beginning your inhale. Staying in your rest for as long as you would like to or you're able to. It's beginning to gently, softly, lovingly explore the journey to awakening in whatever way feels nourishing. If you're coming up to seated, then just take your time and just meet once we get here and savor into this. Everything we've created, the way that you feel right now, and the vibrancy in your body deep inside. Just take a few moments to just savor and feel and acknowledge what has shifted. Good. Okay. Stay as you are as you inhale. As you exhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart and bow your chin. Preparing to seal this practice with our May We Be Blessed mantra. Take a full inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy and may we be happy. We'll seal that with one Om. Inhale. Bow your chin. Om Shanti, Om Peace, Om Namaste. Take a big breath in. Breathe into your hands. Catch your breath. Lift your chin, open your eyes, and offer this to yourself, deeply to yourself. And we'll offer it out. So much love, friends. And take it in, too. It's being offered to you, take it. Yes. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a beautiful Tuesday. We'll see you very soon. So much love, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye, guys.